support Bosch more than any other brands because you're not just buying a product. You're actually supporting charities.
Yes.
We're the only 18-volt system that can power a demolition hammer, a miter saw, a table saw. Filipino is not price conscious. They're actually more driven by efficiency. Just how much is your health worth? If I were to ask a Filipino, just how is it worth 500? Is it worth 1,000? Is it worth 5,000? How much is your health worth? Okay, one take. Let's go. Una ako.
Magandang araw mga ka-tools! Welcome to Philippine Tool Talks, the podcast where we sit down with the brands and the builders shaping the Philippine construction and trades industry. I'm Sophia.
And I am Tin. And today is a very special episode, Miss Sophia. This year, 2026, Bosch marks the 100 years in the Philippines. So, 100 years yon, Ma'am Sophia, no? So, 1926 in Cebu, when Bosch first arrived through a partnership with Fritz Zuellig, doing automotive products all the way to today. Bosch presence across mobility, power tools, home appliances, and building technology under the Centennial banner, hands that built a nation, honoring the Filipino tradesmen, contractors, and builders who put their tools to work every day.
And to help us tell that story, we are here with Mr. William Go, the Country Business Director of Bosch Philippines. Sir William, welcome to Philippine Tool Talks.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Tin. Thank you for inviting me and for the opportunity to talk about Bosch in the past 100 years.
Yes, it really is a celebration, sir. So before we talk about that century-long journey of Bosch Philippines, we'd like to talk about your journey first here in Bosch Philippines.
Okay. What some people don't actually know is actually I probably spent more time, 27 years in Bosch as compared to my own family. My father and my mother. I stayed with my mother and father up to I was 21 years old, but then it's 21 versus 27. So most of my adult life has been spent with Bosch. And on a very, very personal note, I've known Bosch for as long as I've known my wife. So pretty much my experience with Bosch coincides with my wife, my experience with my wife. So in terms of my identity, it pretty much revolves around Bosch, actually. Thank you. Thank you.
So, sir, this Centennial year is not just a celebration for Bosch as a company, but also for the people behind Bosch, and you are one of them. You grow with Bosch Philippines as well. And what's more inspiring is that when Bosch came here in 1926 in Cebu, Bosch did not come to the country with only one product line and stayed there for over 100 years. Again, it is a century of innovation. It continuously catered the needs of its market, which is the Filipino people. So Bosch started with automotive products. Now you have power tools. Can you walk us through how that century-long journey unfolded and what it means for Bosch today?
Actually, when it comes to Bosch, actually, as you said, automotive is where we started, and from there we branch out to power tools, and from there we actually also branch out into other fields. One of them is actually a call center. We set up a call center here way back in 2009. We're also in fire detection systems. We're also into pneumatic systems. And we also work with certain distributors who actually even distribute Bosch appliances. You can see one of our coffee makers over here.
Yes, sir.
Actually, we're in a lot of different fields right now. That actually gives us a lot of diversification in terms of our overall strength. We learn from all the different divisions there. But if you don't mind, I'd also like to share that what is not usually known about the Bosch brand. The Bosch brand is actually a privately held company. 95% of our company is actually owned by the Bosch Foundation. While our founders, the family of our founders, actually only just own 3%. while the remaining 2% is actually owned by the industrial Stiftung, which is a sort of like a workers' union. So that's actually what I tell new employees when they join Bosch. We're not our job titles. I'm not a country business director. She's not a general manager. He's not a sales rep. All of us are actually charity workers, because whatever work we do, whatever profession we work towards supporting the Bosch Foundation, which is a foundation that is focused on education. Right now, one of the things that we actually support here in the Philippines is actually the Yellow Boat Foundation, which manufactures small boats so that in far-flung islands, children don't have to swim towards their schools. We actually gift them boats so that it makes it easier for them to go to school. They don't have to swim 2 hours just to get to school. One of the foundations that we also support here is Primavera, which actually also helped us build schools in Bantayan Island, Cebu, and also in Alang-Alang, Tacloban. And we also help LC Gaches. We've also helped the Tucci foundations in terms of their initiatives in actually providing prosthetics. That's actually one of the reasons why I've stayed so long in Bosch for 27 years. I mean, I'm not just doing a job. I know my job is also helping other people. Actually, that's one of the taglines I always tell people why they should actually support Bosch more than any other brand, because you're not just buying a product.
Yes.
You're actually supporting charities.
Yes.
Diba? It feels good, diba? You're not just buying a product. You're supporting people. Diba? Yeah.
Yes, okay. So when they hear Bosch, they may only think of what products it can offer, but it's so great to know that there are charities that you support. You've been here 27 years,
Correct.
and for anyone, for example me, if I think about staying in a company for 27 years, that's a lot. But doing that work and having a life here is truly remarkable.
Thank you. 27 years was very fulfilling ride for me here in Bosch. The company has been more than fair. It has also given me a purpose. And doesn't just give me a profession, it also gives me purpose. Yeah.
100 years is such a long time, sir. There are a lot of global brands that have come and gone. So what do you think made Bosch stay in the Philippines for, not only stay, but it thrive in the Philippines for 100 years?
Correct. The company in itself, they see the potential in the Philippines, and especially the Filipino workers. In regards to the Philippine consumer, actually we're far more professional than people would like you to believe. People always say in the Philippines, sometimes presyohan lang. But the mere fact is, Bosch wouldn't have survived 100 years because our products have never been on the low price point segment of the market. We've always been on the high end. That's what I've always told people. We wouldn't have survived 100 years if the Filipino consumer didn't actually patronize us. And they have been patronizing us for 100 years, despite the fact that again, we're more on the higher end on the buyer spectrum, because of course one of the things that we offer is actually innovation, products that are not usually offered by other brands.
So there's the technology, home appliances, and now power tools. So that's diverse innovation for Bosch Philippines. So we can go there later on. So we want to dive in first into the celebration of Bosch. So Miss Tin?
So yeah. So one of the things that struck me about the 2026 Centennial campaign hands that built the nation, which moves the spotlight po to Filipino workers or builders rather than the products of Bosch. So why did Bosch choose this message for such an important milestone for this year?
Actually, it lines up with the core vision of the vision of Power Tools in itself. We're providing affordable solutions for the Filipino consumer to make their lives better.
Yes.
That has always been our thrust. Again, because of how we're set up being a company that's owned by a charity, there should be purpose behind. More than just selling a product, more than promoting the brand, it's actually trying to help the Filipino or any consumer that chooses Bosch over any other brand. When it comes to the tagline, "Hands that build the nation," that's actually our claim. That's our claim that for the past 100 years that we've actually been contributing to nationwide growth. Just think about it in terms of a multinational investing in the country. Overall, we employ in the country alone close to 500 employees. These are 500 employees who are directly employed by the company, who are actually able to contribute to the Filipino economy. On top of that, we also provide products that actually helps people in their livelihood. I mean, that's how many contractors, that's how many tradesmen, that's how many carpenters, electricians that are able to do their jobs far more efficiently, and of course, earn their income, earn their revenue. And that's something for us that gives us a different dimension in our profession.
So whose idea was it, sir? Was it developed locally or global na po yung idea?
In terms of hands that built the nation, I don't know personally, to be quite frank, but I believe this is a collaboration between our local team and our regional team.
So what does Bosch want Filipino tradesmen to feel when they see this campaign?
Okay. When they see this campaign, definitely when they see the tagline, I want them to feel that we're actually helping them out. I think I mentioned this a while ago, wherein we want them to become more efficient, and not just efficient, but actually safe. Later on, I'll take the opportunity to show why I say this. That's also one of the aspects that I myself personally ensure that people actually know that when you're actually patronizing Bosch, that you're actually safer than most other tools out there in the market.
Okay, so let's talk about what's new this year. 2026 has been a major launch for Bosch Philippines, wherein you launched 30 plus new tools, 18 volts expansion, and the new accessory tier system. So Bosch one battery fits all 18 volt system is a big part of that direction po. So can you walk us through that strategy po? How does it benefit a Filipino contractor over time, and how big has the 18 volts community grown locally po?
Actually, Tin, I'll take the opportunity. I'll correct you in a little bit there. It's actually, we're going to launch close to 51.
51. Okay.
We've only launched 39 tools so far. We still have a few more coming up the pipeline. So that's quite. Actually, 2026 is one of our banner years when it comes to introduction of new products. You can see one of the new products here that we've introduced, the GSB 18V52 right now. In regards to the one battery fits all campaign that we're also doing, this is actually the message that we also want to bring out there to the Filipino consumer, to the market, wherein all our batteries from 2026 up to 2008, all batteries since 2008 to up to now are actually compatible. So actually, tools that you bought in 2008 are compatible with the battery system that we're selling now. And the tools that you buy now are also compatible with the batteries that you bought since then. I mean, that goes a long way in terms of cost savings towards the Filipino consumer, because you know you can actually recycle, reuse your tools consistently throughout the years. I mean, that tagline of ours goes a long way into addressing the cost-conscious Filipino out there in the market. In terms of the one battery system, that's what we call it. It actually also future-proofs the business, and of course, the cost saving of the Filipino consumer. Again, because every tool that you buy now, you know, any cordless system, any battery operated tool that you'll be buying in the future, whether 5 years from now, 10 years from now, will still be compatible with the batteries that you buy today. So that goes a long way towards helping the Filipino consumer.
And also, it makes it really practical for Filipino people as well.
Correct. But if you also don't mind, I'll take the opportunity to actually brag a little bit about the battery system.
Sure po.
While most other companies they're trying to offer out more powerful battery systems, there's actually two ways to look at how to improve battery power. You either improve it by voltage or by amperes.
Yes.
Majority of companies actually chose to increase their voltage. But if you increase the voltage, you actually have to create an entirely different cordless platform. For Bosch, what we did was we actually increased the amperes instead of increasing voltage, thereby still making it compatible with the current systems that we have. Actually, to cut it very, very simply, in terms of the Bosch battery system, for our expert line of batteries, we're the only 18-volt system that can power a demolition hammer, a miter saw, a table saw. These are tools that require close to 2,000 watts of power. And Bosch is the only one. Bosch's 18-volt expert system is probably the only 18-volt battery system that can do that. No other brand out there in the market can do that.
So, sir, while you upgrade the technology, you don't compromise the Bosch products in the past years. Like you said earlier that the tools they bought in 2018 are still compatible.
2008
are still compatible with
up to now. Yeah.
So if I have a tool in 2008, it will still work on this battery.
Correct. So regardless of, let's say, utilizing our expert battery system, you'll still be able to run all your tools that you bought in 08, 09, 2010, so forth. And even in the future, when you buy it in 2030, and hopefully you guys, 25 years from now, you'll still be able to patronize Bosch.
So since we're already talking about the expert 18 volts battery, sir, so Bosch recently rolled out of the global expert Pro and Bosch Tier 3 system for accessories. So what does this mean for Filipino buyer, and how should they choose the right tier for their work?
In regards to how we segmentize our product line. Actually, that goes to the core of how I personally view the market. Filipino is not price conscious. They're actually more driven by efficiency, and by offering higher performing accessories, which is built on performance and durability. They're actually willing to pay 10, 15, 20% more just to get that efficiency. If they pay 10 to 20% more, but they're able to finish their work 40 to 50% higher, for most consumers, actually that's worth it. Another thing is Again, I'll probably have to demonstrate it later. It's that performance ratio also goes a long way towards safety, especially to the long-term health of the Filipino worker. Again, I'm excited to actually show it to you later on.
So, sir, something that we want to know, what's the most popular Bosch 18-volt tools in the Philippines right now?
Well, definitely, it's actually our cordless 18-volt impact drill. After that, it would actually be our impact drivers, impact wrenches, and even our lighting systems. Especially right now, it's close to the rainy season again, and blackout. I foresee a lot of demand coming in just for lighting in the next 2-3 months. Yeah.
Okay. So, what's coming in the next 18-volt system that the Filipino contractors should be watching for?
Actually, we just recently launched it. It's actually our nailer, our concrete nailer. Those are new tools that the market has been demanding for quite a long time. Finally, after a few years, we finally launched it. We also launched our table saw with the rack-and-pinion that also the Filipino consumer has also been clamoring for the past few years.
Now, sir, I know you are very excited to discuss this, and we are also very excited to know about it. So, Bosch has built a reputation as a premium professional brand. It is known for its German engineering reputation, professional grade performance. With a brand that's strong and recognizable, counterfeit products become a challenge in the market. So, in Bosch Philippines' perspective, why is it so important for Filipino buyers to understand the difference between genuine Bosch products and counterfeit?
Okay. Sophia, thank you for asking that question. Just how much is your health worth? If I were to ask a Filipino, just how is it worth 500? Is it worth 1,000? Is it worth 5,000? How much is your health worth? That's always my question to them. Vibrating White Hand Syndrome. Vibrating White Hand Syndrome is actually the constriction of your blood vessels in your hands whenever you are exposed to long-term vibrations. It can actually constrict in the blood vessels in your hands and actually make your hands numb. Long-term, it can actually affect your sensitivity whenever you touch anything. Just imagine, whenever you touch your significant other, you can't actually feel them. If you don't mind me, I'd like to show you an example right now.
Sir.
Yes, actually, this is a genuine product of ours. Actually, I apologize. It'll be a little bit noisy right now. As you can see, it has vibration, it moves a little around. But because of quality assurance, again, our quality assurance is assured by our own employees. These are products that are coming from our own factories that Bosch owns and operates. It's not subcontracted to other manufacturers, wherein quality assurance is not well known. And this applies to a lot of brands which just subcontracts their work. Now this is a fake product. It's cheap overall, but this is what people are exposing themselves to whenever they buy whether it's a low-end product or even a fake one. This is what they're exposing themselves to. Now, just imagine that you're exposed to that for 5 minutes at a time, for 10 minutes at a time. Can you just imagine what happens to your blood vessels?
Yes.
That's why that's always what I ask people who want to save on 500 pesos. When you show that immediately, they stop. Then they have second thoughts whether or not 500 pesos is worth their help. That's primarily why we invest a lot of innovations. If you take a look at our line of products, you will see anti-vibration or noise reduction or dust-free. Dust-free goes towards the respiratory, wherein we don't want people to inhale sawdust inside their bodies. We've seen a lot of consumers who are actually exposed to a lot of dust and then they have respiratory problems in the long term. But again, vibration is the most common. It's called, again, I'd like to emphasize that, Vibrating White Hand Syndrome. Long term, it affects a lot of hands out there of the Filipino consumer. Again, I'd really like to emphasize this. How much is your health worth? Is it worth 500? Is it worth 1,000? Is it worth 5,000? I think when you put that into that perspective, people are willing to invest in their health.
Yes.
So you also gave emphasis on...
Just to add, in terms of counterfeit, especially on counterfeit, actually a lot of efforts are being done by Bosch actually in regards to educating the Filipino consumer actually in terms of how to identify fake products versus the genuine one. In terms of the e-commerce platform, we actually have people here sitting in the office right now here in West McKinley BGC, whose only purpose actually is to report shops and products on both online platforms and have them shut down by both Lazada and Shopee. Okay, would you want to guess how many in a given month they actually report and shut down each and every month?
Share it with us, sir.
Thousands.
Correct.
Okay.
It's 1,000 monthly.
Okay.
A minimum of 1,000 products, shops are closed down monthly. So in a given year, that's more than 12 to 14,000 that are shut down monthly. That's because we don't want, of course, the Filipino to be fooled by all these fake products out there. Another thing that we also promote is actually we go out there to the market. We actually share information to KOLs like Roy Jola, wherein they help us actually educate the public on how to identify this. But one of the innovations that we rolled out just recently is previously it was the Bosch Be Connected system. It's an app that actually identifies wherein if you register your tool, you're able to identify it immediately, whether it's a genuine product or not. Currently, it was updated into now the Pro 360. With the app, you can actually identify all the tools, whether they're genuine or not. And actually, I invite everyone who patronizes Bosch to actually download the app, the Bosch Pro 360. There's a lot of features with the Bosch Pro 360 that you can utilize there. You can register your tools. You can actually have your e-warranty. So now you don't have to actually keep your receipts as proof of warranty. And whenever you register your tools, you actually get, especially for the heavy-duty models, you get an additional 1 year of warranty. So that makes it 2 years for the warranty of your tools. I'm sorry if I'm taking up too much of your time.
Okay. Actually, we have this follow-up questions, but you've already answered it very well.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So with that, sir, the hands that built a nation makes more sense now. You protect the hands that built a nation. So from those consumers, those who uses it, like you said earlier, the difference between counterfeit and an authentic Bosch tool. So well, PH and Megatools is one of the authorized Bosch dealers.
My godson.
So what protection po, sir, does buying from an authorized Bosch dealer give a customer?
Okay. One of the things that we also invest in terms of our relationship with KHM and our other dealers is actually we also give time towards their own initiatives. One of their initiatives, of course, is this. This provides us a platform to actually reach out to the Filipinos, Filipino tradesmen, contractors, and so forth. We also invest in actually training their people on how to introduce our products more often. There's also a system that we also provide, which is our portal, wherein information on our products are readily available for our distributors to download. And of course, all the major information are actually coursed via our authorized distributors here in the Philippines. We work very closely with them in order to actually promote Bosch, promote the tagline, Hands That Build the Nation, and of course, our vision of providing affordable solutions to the Filipino worker. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So we don't want to end this podcast without doing this segment. We call this Quickfire.
Quickfire, okay.
Yes, sir. Just short answers, no overthinking, just from the top of your head. Are we ready?
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Bosch blue or Bosch green?
Blue, always blue.
Most iconic Bosch tool of the last 100 years?
Bi-turbo, 18 volts. 18 volts, strongest 18-volt system out there, bi-turbo, yeah.
If you could only own one Bosch 18-volt tool, what would it be?
The blower. The blower. The blower. Helps me clean up my car very fast.
So where is the Filipino market right now? Corded or cordless?
Surprisingly, well, majority is still corded, but we're growing very, very fast in the 18-volt system right now. The Philippines is actually one of the fastest growing in the 18-volt system right now.
One word to describe German engineering.
Innovation. Innovation. Definitely innovation.
Expert.
Strongest 18-volt system out there in the market.
By now. Okay, so expert, pro, or Bosch accessory tier, best value for everyday contractor?
Definitely expert. Still expert. The Filipino consumer deserves it.
The Bosch tool you personally own at home?
The blower. Helps me clean the car, helps me clean my lawn. Wala nang walis-walis.
Okay. So, Bosch in 2026 versus Bosch in 1926. The biggest difference in one word?
Very tough question. One word. Proud.
Proud. Okay.
Proud to be here in the Philippines.
Okay.
Very proud to be here.
The most important thing a contractor should look for to know their Bosch is genuine.
Bosch Pro 360 app. Download it now.
Links are in the description below. Okay.
Download it. Additional to 1-year warranty. You get system. You get inventory management. I'll take the time. There's actually a lot of features that will be rolling out with the app. Again, I think I mentioned e-warranty certificate, inventory management, inventory assignment. A lot of features are being rolled out with that one. And it's free. It's free to download.
Okay, one last question. So, the most exciting Bosch product launching this year?
The Expert, the 18-volt Expert line. Probably the only, again, not just the strongest 18-volt that can power demolition hammers, miter saws, table saws. It actually also has a health check system. We're the only ones that has a health check system where you can see the health level of the battery cells inside the unit itself. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. After 100 years, sir, of Bosch in the Philippines, what's your direct message to the Filipino contractor, electrician, woodworker, and tradesman watching this episode?
I think you You have already a small inkling about that at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
When you patronize Bosch, you're not just buying a tool. You're actually donating to charities. I mean, you bought tools that actually makes you more efficient. You've also nakapagkawang gawa ka pa. And whenever you buy tool, which other tool company can say that? You're actually supporting education. You're actually you're supporting LC Gaches in Parañaque. You're helping build schools in Cebu after a typhoon. You're helping build schools in Tacloban. You're helping people to build prosthetics. For other companies, CSR is a tagline. For Bosch, Bosch is a charity organization. In a word, you're not just buying tools, you're doing charity work.
Mr. William Go, maraming salamat po for sharing the story of Bosch with us today. And to everyone watching, if you want to learn more about Bosch Philippines and the 51 plus new tools launching this year, or find unauthorized Bosch dealers, the links are in the description below. And we don't want to end this podcast without saying that KHM Megatools is so proud to be one of those authorized dealers of Bosch. And we are proud to be part of Bosch Philippines' 100-year story.
I'm glad KHM is also part of the story.
So, to every Filipino contractor, electrician, woodworker, and tradesman who picks up a tool every day, you really are the hands that built this nation. Thank you po sa inyo. Mag-iingat. And we'll see you on the next episode of Philippine Tool Talks. Bye-bye! Thank you po for
everyone.
watching.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you,
Tim.
sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, one take. Let's go. Una ako. One take.